Hi, I'm Andrew Perry, and you're watching The Year of Opportunities. I know there's more than just a few of you out there who want to do something great for your community. Well, that's what this episode is all about, volunteerism. The city of Artesia offers many opportunities for Artesians to volunteer and give back to their community.
Hello, my name is Avik Nazario from the City of Artesia's Human Resources and Risk Management Department. I'm here to talk about volunteering at the City of Artesia. The city welcomes the opportunity to accommodate volunteers or interns who provide supervised work to the city in various areas. The volunteer program has been mutually beneficial by providing volunteers the opportunity to get involved in their community. These volunteers are everyday citizens who step forward to change lives in every little way in this city. Throughout the year, the city offers students non-paid internship opportunities to give them the experience to work in the public sector, to work and interact with professional staff, and gain valuable learning experience outside the classroom. The city has been fortunate to have had several interns at the Planning Department, Parks and Recreation Department, and General City Administration. All volunteers go through a formal screening and application process. They are closely supervised by assigned city staff. All city staff are committed to treat volunteers equally as co-workers, jointly responsible for the completion of the city's mission and goals. Each year, the city also participates in the Summer Youth Employment Program as a worksite for the community youth with Southeast Los Angeles County Workforce Investment Board, or the SELACO-WIB. Some youth workers have been assigned at the Summer Food Service Program, now going on at the AJ Paddleford Park.
Okay, I'm here with Jose Martinez, Program Coordinator for AJ Paddleford Park. Can you tell us a little bit about the volunteer program?
Volunteer program are local youths that come and help out during summer with our summer food program, and during the school year with our homework tutoring program and other special events that we have.
Can you tell us a little bit about the summer food program?
Yeah, it's sponsored through the California Department of Education through their nutrition division. It's a federal actually sponsored through them, but it varies. And we are granted to sponsor the program during summer to any youth 18 years of age and under. The program started on Monday, June the 25th, and will end, if I'm correct, Friday, August the 30th. And it's Monday through Friday. Breakfast 9:30 to 10:30. Lunch is 12:30 to 1:45. We are open every day unless it's a holiday, which...
What do the youth that are volunteering, what can they expect to get out of their service here?
Most of all, gratitude that they're helping out their community more than anything. And what it does, it gives them a little bit of a job experience, especially right now. Most of them are local youths from the area. There's others from the city also, and I think it just makes them feel proud of them helping out their own community throughout volunteerism.
If someone wanted to get involved next year, how they get
There's a volunteer application that they fill out, submitted to us, and then it goes through our resources department, and then it gets approved and they get scheduled, and based on their availability and what we have during their availability, we schedule them to help out.
You said before that only children under 18 are served?
Only children or youth under the age of 18 and under are allowed to consume or eat the meals here. We have certain rules, and our rules have to be posted, which we do have them posted throughout the building. Parents are allowed to come in here and help their younger children, but they're not allowed. They're allowed to help them eat or open up the milk containers or the meals themselves, but they're not allowed to consume any of the food that's in here. It's strictly for 18 years of age and up.
What happens if someone over 18 did come and ate some food?
We are required to let them know that they're not allowed to eat, but if we were to be in any type of violation, our program could be in jeopardy with regulations that are given to us through the state and also the federal government that we're required to follow and post.
So the parents who are interested, please bring your kids on down to AJ Paddleford Park. They got free, nutritious meals available for all children under the age of 17.
Hi, my name is and I like here volunteering at AJ Paddleford Park because I like helping kids and like to teach them what's right or wrong.
The city is also privileged to have various volunteer groups who perform service projects such as neighborhood cleanups and vine trimming along the major thoroughfare of the city. In August 2011, a coalition of churches in the city of Artesia formed a volunteer group aptly called Artesia in Action. This group aims for citizens to partner with city residents and its local government to bring restoration and hope to the community. This group is responsible for coordinating and operating the cleanup programs. This includes directing and training the individual volunteers up to ensuring the proper disposal of waste removed from the property that they cleaned up. To date, Artesia in Action has successfully operated 3 major projects dedicated to making Artesia a better and cleaner place.
Good morning, my name is Brenna Rubio and I'm on staff here at New Life Community Church here in Artesia. It's been a privilege over the last 18 months or so to be involved with the developing partnership of churches, civic organizations, and of course our city government, a partnership we're calling Artesia in Action. The vision of Artesia in Action is in many ways very simple. It's about bringing hope and restoration to our community through beautification projects and potentially other efforts. I'd really like to thank City Councilman Victor Manalo, City Manager Maria Dadian, and many others serving with the city who have been so helpful, and just for the opportunity to share and join with you by video today, sharing about how Artesia in Action started, what we've accomplished already, and how we're dreaming for the future. Let me share a little bit first about how Artesia in Action started up. In many ways, Artesia in Action began through the example of a similar and very successful, just very productive project called the Compton Initiative. The Compton Initiative is a 40-year commitment of churches, civic organizations, and city government to bring real change to that city with all of its different problems. And the Compton Initiative sponsors huge quarterly cleanup efforts, efforts that draw thousands of people to each event. In fall 2010, New Life Community Church started participating with the Compton Initiative with a real vision from the beginning that we were doing so with the purpose of figuring out what could we do in our own communities. How can we learn through our participation in the Compton Initiative and get more of a vision for similar projects here in Artesia. At the same time, then Mayor Victor Manalo was also exploring the Compton Initiative, meeting with the leaders there, and he was beginning to ask some of the same questions about Artesia and what could happen here. So within a few months, he approached New Life, and we were thrilled to say, yes, let's work together. And that's how the project began. It was only in August that we really were able to start getting our feet wet with the first project. And that first project was a really good one. It was really interesting. We were able to go up to a neighborhood around Paddlefoot Park in northern Artesia and I think make a real difference by helping to clean out a former gang hideout in that community. The city had identified this large property as an active gang hideout. And they had been able to move the gang members off the property. They were even in the process of purchasing the property at the time they asked us to consider cleaning it up. The real problem with the property was that it was still just a huge mess. You'll probably see some images of that. I mean, it was just filled with trash. The other big problem was that there was fencing around the property and even some illegal structures that really impeded visibility. So how was the city to know if the gang members came back in? How were the police to be able to see easily what was going on in the property? It was a real issue. So we agreed, we were thrilled to join and to do that cleanup as our first project. So that morning, with the city's logistical support, a group of 40 volunteers completely cleaned up the property. We tore down the fencing elements that blocked visibility, tore down those illegal structures, we swept, and we hauled out so much trash from the property that we completely filled up 2 huge trash bins. The difference was just incredible, and I think it made a real statement to the community. Unbelievably, with that many hands, the entire cleanup took less than 2 hours. So since that first project, we've had 2 other cleanups focused on large trash, providing not only the large bins that people need to collect items like mattresses and sofas, but also providing the helping hands to get the trash where it needs to be. There are 2 big reasons that this kind of project has appealed to us. One, without regular opportunities to get rid of trash items like this, they tend to be just dumped on the streets, on the sidewalks, in the alleyways, and it really creates a problem of urban blight. It makes it harder for people to take pride in where they live and work when there are those sorts of eyesores just cluttering the streets. So we've tended to focus on neighborhoods the city has specifically identified to us as having this kind of issue. First in Paddleford Park, and then in the neighborhood at the southeast corner of Norwalk and South Street. I think we've really made a difference when we've been able to do that. In the first neighborhood in Paddleford Park, I remember not only picking up mattresses and couches, but actually a couple of old toilets that had just been sitting on the street for, well, I don't know how long, at least several weeks at the time that I was up there and looking around. So these projects have also allowed us to get into different neighborhoods, to make connections with the people living there, to introduce them to who we are, communicate that we care, and ask them questions about what matters to them, what their own dreams are for their own community. By the second project, I think we had really found our groove with this part of it, and we challenged the people participating in the cleanup not only to haul trash, but really to just do whatever was in front of them to bless the people in the neighborhood as they went out knocking on doors. As we look to the future, we have a few fun projects already in the works for the coming months, and we're actively inviting more organizations, more churches, more civic groups to join us in this work.
If you're interested in volunteering for the City of Artesia, please check our website at www.cityofartesia.us. Click on the Human Resources Department page for employment and volunteering. Or you may call our City Hall at 562-865-6262, or you can come by and request for an application form for volunteers.
I know there's a few Artesians out there that perhaps made a New Year's resolution to be more involved in the community, or to perhaps do something charitable. Well, volunteering is charity. As a volunteer, you're donating your labor in the service of something greater than yourself without the expectation of monetary payment. That's charity. So if that's you, take this opportunity. Everyone who volunteers says that it is a very meaningful project to undertake. Reporting from a very cosmopolitan city of Artesia, California, my name is Andrew Perry. Yosas, my friends.